Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to another Zombicide unboxing. This is for some more classic Zombicide. We're going to look at two more boxes of zombies. So these are just groups of extra miniature zombies. Set 2 has Toxic Crowd, and Set 3 has Angry Zombies. So these are just additional miniatures and some few cards to help boost your thing that work with classic Zombicide. Set 2 has the Toxic, which are stuff from Toxic City Mall from Season 2, and the Angry Neighbors are the Berserkers from the Prison Outbreak core set. So what's neat about these is if you already own both of them sets, or you own them, you can just add them. You have additional zombies with more spawn cards. If you have 2.0, the newer version, and you want to pick up, so you have some of these alternate types, because maybe you couldn't find the older box, you can definitely pick these up if you have the reboot pack, which lets you add the gives you spawn cards for them. Otherwise, these spawn cards won't match the 2.0, so they won't really work 100%. I mean, you can still work them in there if you like. Although, note though, these are not enough zombies in these boxes to completely fill. There's not as many as there are in the base in those sets. This is just supposed to be additional. So if you want to have enough to, like, without buying the big full base sets, you probably have to buy 2 of each of these to make sure you have enough walkers and runners. So let's go ahead and hop in and look at these. What is also fun about these sets is they're going to come with 3 exclusive sculpts. So even if you owned the base box for this, so for Toxic Crowd, you're going to be Toxic City Mall, you're going to get 3 new styles of characters in here. These are also additionally available in the Fugitive Pack, which is the Kickstarter promotion for Season 2 Prison Outbreak. So these guys would be more zombies in that as well. So if you had that and bought these, you still have a lot. Is it going to be enough to play without having more? I haven't added up the numbers, so I can't say for sure. I'm going to just recommend, if you want to make sure you have enough, count how many are in the base set, make sure you buy that many. These guys aren't designed to just replace that. Because also you wouldn't have all this. You make sure you have enough spawn cards, all that stuff as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the miniatures for these. So we're going to look at the ones that were already available in Toxic City Mall. Now, the Toxic characters have a special trait. So what they do is they explode when you attack them. So when they're defeated, they do explode, and they have, I think it's called Toxic Burst. And they do 1 point of damage to anybody in that zone. So you want to take them out as a ranged action. So you can melee to defeat them. They're just going to explode and do extra damage to you. So they usually have little pustules on them. So they give you a little bit of things. They're still classified as your regular types. So these are walkers, but they're toxic, so they're green. They also have the ability to turn... The Abomination, I believe, has the ability to turn other walkers and runners into toxic ones as well. Alright, so then here's another one. We have there's a female in office dress. Here we have a lady kind of went to party for the night. She's got a little mini skirt on, a little mini top on, coat hanging off. Then she has like a little bit of spikies and growing pustules on her. Our third one is supposed to be at the mall. These are probably people to be hanging out at the mall. Here we got, just a guy wearing a shirt, pants, some teenage kid, probably. Shirt's ripped open, couple of spots, which is really cool. And then we have the fourth one. So you will get 3 of each of these. You will get 2 of each of these different styles. Because you already got them in the other sets. This guy's wearing a big, like, fluffy vest, like parka vest. But yeah, it looks like zipped halfway down and ripped up. Like, nobody would ever normally wear a jacket like that. So yeah, you'll get 2 copies of each of these guys, just to give you some extra variety for them. Then we get the Brute, or they used to be called the Fatties. You get 1 extra of him. So he's got like a name badge on, so he's probably like maybe mall security or someone like, you know, hanging out the mall for that. His shirt's ripped off, like how gross he looks. They also get that big open jaw that's spewing bile and stuff out. Then we have some runners. So we will get 3 of each of these runners, but these are also the same ones from the core set. And this is just to give us some more runners. So we got the kid in the baseball hat. Tracking down, running through the mall, causing trouble. And then we got his buddy who's causing even more trouble because he took his jacket off. And his hat. He's got his hat in his back pocket. Come on. There we go. Yeah, he's got his hat in his back pocket. He's just wearing a tank top instead of having a shirt on. He's got a chain wallet probably there. A bandana on. So he's causing even more. No shoes. Guys, just all sorts. You can't have no shoes in the mall, sir. So that's that. Alright, then the next ones we have are the new models. So we have 2 new walkers, but you get 3 copies of each of these. So we're going to get the lady hanging out in her bikini and her super short shorts. It's like that bent foot, and like weird legs. But yeah, look at all them growths on her. And then we'll get our other walker. Ow, who just stabbed me. So we'll get a variation on the guy with his jacket ripped off. He pulled his arm the rest of the way out. And, you know, he says, stop, I'm a zombie. But yeah, he says his rib cage and stuff, which is pretty crazy. Let's see if I can get a better focus on that. Yeah. The back side of his jacket's ripped open on the back, so you can see some of his back. They do not make these easy to paint, I will tell you that. And then the last one we have for this set is we get 3 more of this brute character. So this is the big guy hanging out at the food court, probably. He's got his bottle of soda or water. Big shirt, but of course they want to be... The gang are originally called fatties, so they are all fat rather than just being bigger characters. But he's got his gut hanging out. His shirt's ripped. There's his nipples hanging out, which is ew. Looks like he has maybe sweatpants on. Maybe he's a guy hanging out at the mall bar watching the local sports game. Alright, so you get those guys. So you get 24 more extra miniatures for that. We also get some more cards to help spawn some of those guys. So these will have the green symbol on there for radioactive or toxicity, showing that that's what you're going to spawn. And they'll show the types. So we're going to get some runner at the top. We're going to get 2 walkers. So here we have a bunch of just extra walkers. A runner there at yellow. Then they have the layer numbers, so if you're keeping track, that way you know they're not duplicate numbers, they're just extra ones that go on later. So here's just a couple more, gives a lot more walkers in here is the idea of these. This one's, okay, I read 3 of the brutes. That's crazy. Here we'll get some more brutes and some more runners. And then finally we'll get 8 walkers or 3 walkers, 1 runner at the early on might even be a pain. Cool, so that is that set. Then we're gonna look at angry zombies. So these are the berserkers. Which again, we'll get 3 brand new exclusive molds that aren't in the Prison Outbreak set. Does this one show? Yeah, there's Toxic City Mall in case anyone was wondering. So let's go ahead and look at these. We'll have 3 copies of each of these, so there's not as many different models, but we're gonna have more of each. So these are the ones that are already in the box. And what do berserkers do? Berserkers are almost the opposite of the toxic. They cannot be killed by ranged attacks at all. Although toxic can be killed by them, they're just dangerous to do, so you want to range them. These guys cannot be hurt ranged at all. So we have a female security guard here. These guys usually kind of gain, like the berserkers kind of gain like a armory type carapace on them. Kind of see on her shoulder. But yeah, these guys cannot be hurt at all by ranged attacks. So if you shoot into an area with ranged, and since these are like walker size or classification, you can take out any of the other walkers, but you won't be able to take out anything like runners or anything that will be priority beyond them because they will just absorb all the hits. So you have to get up and melee these guys, which makes them a lot harder to deal with. So you have to have people to run into the things. So here we have another prisoner. So like the hard car pace stuff on her, growing off her, especially showing that they can kind of absorb some more damage. This is both these are fun mechanics to add into the game because it gives you, makes the zombies a little bit more intriguing than how you have to deal with them. Instead of just having to necessarily worry about melee guys aren't going to melee, range going range, you have to kind of prioritize which guy's going to go where. Because all of a sudden, if berserkers pop on the board, your range guys are going to have to go somewhere else. Otherwise, they're kind of useless. Or you'll have to turn your melee guys and have them come over and help protect. You do have some runners from that set as well. So there's some more prisoners. You got wearing his t-shirt and he's running. They got the spiked jaws. Then we have, again, 3 of each of these. And then we have the other one who's doing more of a up-pace run. He's got a shirt tied off around his waist. Again, he's some big spiked jaws. He's coming for you. Then for the brand new models, we have another different prisoner. You know, I love that they're even kind of just like variations on ones that we've already had. So here's this guy. He's got his arm popping out. You know, it's ripping through the back of his shirt. And he's all angry. Yeah, so it kind of looks like this. If I didn't throw him on the ground, kind of looks like him, except it's the opposite side. He's got kind of like the beard, except they made this one bald. So again, we get 3 of each of those. So it's not a ton of new ones, but it does give you a little bit of difference. And here's another female character, another prisoner. But like I did say, one thing with these guys, I've said before in these videos, when you get all these extra zombies, since they're all the same color and they kind of look a little different, if they're not painted or anything, you kind of really can't always tell them too much apart. You're probably just grabbing a box and yanking a handful of zombies out. But if you have enough time, energy, talent, whatever you want to call it, for painting miniatures, if you paint all these guys, they're definitely going to look a little bit cooler standing out, because then you won't just have a glob of gray or green or orange plastic. You'll have some neat looking alternate characters that can go out. So here is our alternate brute character. This guy's ready to rumble. He's got his shirt ripped open. He's got like his ribs are poking out. He's like, "You stole the last cheeseburger," in the prison line. Yes, that's pretty cool. We got those guys as well. Again, the alternative is, if you don't want to buy these 2 packs, you can always pick up the Fugitive box, which is like the stretch goal, which have them. And if you pick up the full Fugitive box, you'll also get some miniatures. You can check out my video on that where I look over them. That's also going to get you a bunch more other zombie miniatures as well, not just the exclusive ones, but the exclusive ones are also available in there. Is there any reason to ever pick up multiples of these sets? Only if you want a ton of extra zombies, but that's 100% your call. So here we have the berserker that have kind of the brown pattern with the little knife hand. So we're going to summon some walkers, some runners. We're just going to kind of flip through these, just summon some brutes right away. Some more runners, some brutes. 4 runners. He's 3 brutes. That's going to be hard. So yeah, if you just picked up this set, you wouldn't be able to use this card because you wouldn't have 3 brutes. You'd have exactly 3, sorry. Because there are 3 copies of that character, but you wouldn't be able to do anything else. But like this one has 7 walkers. Are there 7 walkers in this set? Yes. Because there's 3 of each. But again, once you play these, if you added just these few cards in here, you might be able to get away with it until a second or third card comes up. Because if you got like a 7 and an 8, you might not have enough guys to do it anymore. Or you might just have enough, but getting up to start taking some of them out. So you could potentially pick up one of these boxes, add them into your game. But then you're going to really have to be careful, because if you don't start eliminating some of them, they're just going to be gone. Which, what happens though is if you don't have the zombies to spawn them, they're just all going to get extra activations. So, I mean, it's 100% viable to do that. But I would again recommend either picking up the Fugitive Pack to go with this to make sure you have enough extra, or picking up the actual set that it goes with to make sure you have those in addition. Then you should have enough to actually incorporate these completely. Alright, so that is what we have for this 2.6. The only other thing I wanted to mention, just for anyone that is interested, is they also do have the cards in foreign language packs as well in these boxes, so if you're picking these up. But again, this only matters if you're going to add it into the course, into the classic Zombicide. If you're doing 2.0, you have to make sure those cards are in whatever language you need. Luckily, these are, for the most part, the only thing you really need to pay attention to is the number and the picture. The words don't make any difference one way or the other. But that's what we have for Zombicide Sets 2 and Sets 3. Hope you guys are enjoying the Zombicide Classic unboxings. Check out the other videos I've been doing for these, as well as hit me up in the comments to let me know if there's other things you'd like to see. Check you guys later. Bye.